Right. Good. So hey folks, welcome to tonight's stream. Going to be working on a couple of buildings tonight again. So same as last time, we're working on the Mirrors of Talan, Cities of Elaria. This one is labelled as Ruins of Elaria, but it's the actual city itself. I don't have any of the ruined buildings yet. I will probably get some in the future. So the first one we're going to be working on is the quarters. And as you can see from the title of the stream, we're also going to be working on the bell tower. This one here is kind of cool just for the height. So yeah, we'll be able to work on both of these tonight and hopefully get both of them put together. And that'll leave me two more buildings, which will be the terrace and the dwelling. Which if I can get them cleaned up tomorrow, I might stream tomorrow night. If not, I'll probably stream Saturday to put the last two together. We'll just have to see how it goes. So, same as all the other streams, I've already been around and tidied up the little tabs around the edges. I just quickly hit them with a file. If you are doing stuff like that, wear a mask. It will get in your lungs, it will make you feel like crap. It's generally not good for you either, my understanding. So these ones are going to be our first parts. And these ones are the front and back. The front is easy to tell. This little circle there is where the front door is going to sit, which is going to be this one. So it's going to sit in there, so we can open it in there, so we can open and close the front door. Camera's a little further forward than I thought it was. So yeah. Now, I've given out plenty of tips on how to do these. So remember that the Cities of Elaria stuff is double thick walls. So when you can, try and glue on the inside of where those walls are going to meet. That'll stop you having issues with too much glue seepage. I mean, you can always clean up with a knife anyway, but it's easier to do it if you don't have to do that. These ones here, I'm going to run just a little bit of glue at the bottom, but mostly for the glue points I'm just going to go like that. Make sure I've got it around the front because I've made enough building mistakes over this series so far. And there. Now, there's no up or down for this back one by the looks of it, so I'm just going to do that and that and that. So I'm going to say this is the downside, also known as the bottom, because words and stuff. I have actually done some checking on the instructions so I don't screw this up as badly in theory, which means of course I'm going to screw it up almost immediately. So this one here goes on this side with the staircase. Actually, I need to install the front and the back before I do that. I've made a mess. Every mistake I've made actually has been with the staircase. So I need to, you know, stop screwing that up. I need to move my chair a little bit closer to it. I still have plenty of extra glue left over, so I shouldn't run out. I've got like 15 more tubes sitting here. Something silly like that. Let's go, it's in there nice and tight. Well, we've got this sort of stuff. We'll throw the door in. I'm just going to do a dry fit on the door to make sure it's going to slot in properly. Good. Yeah, it's pretty tight. Pretty tight, but it'll fit. So this one's going to get glued on the top so it doesn't actually glue the door shut, as long as I don't use too much glue. This one you can see the decorative on the outside. I think I've shown this before, but I always try and line it up by dry fitting one of the door sections and then glue the rest in, take this one out and then glue it in. If I don't glue my hand together, it should all work out. But this is me, so I'll probably glue my hand together. Like 10 more times tonight, probably. That's another one. That camera slightly so it's a little easier to keep in frame. Now, staircase, make sure these are, that means that one goes that way. Make sure they line up properly. Glue the outside. On this one it won't matter which side we put the glue on, but to keep with the idea, I'm going to glue on the inside. Pretty tight, that works. A dry fit here because don't want to screw that up. Alright, that's sorted. So we've got to put the front of the stairs on. I'm not overly stressed about if I spill a little bit of glue here, because I've still got to put on the tops of the stairs. And since they're a little bit bigger, any spillage shouldn't matter too much. Stick my hand together again. That's number 3. Hey, Carl. Welcome to the stream. Hope you've had a good week. Valiantly trying not to screw up the staircase on this building. I was saying just before that so far there's been 2 staircases, this is the 3rd, and I've screwed up 2 out of 3. So my strike rate on these staircases is not great. And that's that done. Now, we have 5 of these details. The pillars. I'm going to try and best I can get a spot to line them up. There's no specific spot for them, so I'm just going to try and eyeball it and hope for the best. So I'm going to aim for the putting it in the third brick on the top row, about halfway. Same from the back. While I'm here, I will put the tops on them. And the bottoms. Yep. Oh, audio's still working. I get paranoid about that now. I had too many streams where I've forgotten to put the audio in. So this one kind of makes it a little easier. Again, with third brick. It's kind of a happy accident that one happened. I didn't expect that it'd be third brick all the way around, but hey, it'll work. I'm just going to try and roughly eyeball the middle again. So. Then these two pillars should finish off the ground floor. Once this is done, I can try not to screw up the staircase, the next part of the staircase, which is the part I screwed up on the chapel. That's close enough to the right spot. There we go. Ground floor completed. We'll sit that over to the side. Now, actually, to make sure I don't mess it up, we're going to be working with it this way so that you can actually use the staircase to get up to the next level instead of that way. I have a plan to fix that, by the way. I'm going to, on the chapel where I messed up, I'm going to cut out that part, put, because I have the part out of this, it's going to sit there, so I'm going to glue that in, cut out the other part, then I'm going to put a tile pattern across the entire floor so that you can't see it. So, make sure that's going to fit in the right spot. Double check the destruction so I don't mess anything up that's majorly important. So we have these ones here. These are our outer walls for the second level. Now in theory, because I've lined everything up and made sure it all fits properly, I can't screw up the staircase. I can still screw plenty of other stuff up there, don't worry. I'm sure it's coming. I'm really looking forward to the weekend when I can start painting these. Both of the windows are the same. There's no front or back version. This I think is probably the most straightforward of the build so far. Yep, so these ones go on. And they're the full length ones, so they'll be fine. These ones are both the same. A little bit tight, but that's okay. Give it a bit of friction fit. There we go. We have sets of window frames. Remember, there is detailing on the outside. It's been etched in, so we have to make sure we get them the right way around. So, frames in. I just put a little bit of glue there, and maybe some there. They're not a piece that we're going to be trying to pick the model up from, so we don't have to be too careful. We just got to try and make sure it's not horribly going to fall off. There's not going to be a lot of wear and tear and pressure on it. I'm really looking forward to, yeah, like I said, when I get it painted on the weekend, then I can take some photos of the whole set on the table, and I think it's going to look really nice. The mat I have on the table is a 6x4 cobblestone. It was done by Sourceman Studios while they were still doing mats. They had some amazing stuff, but they focused more on, because they were having issues with getting neoprene for the mats. So they're focusing more on doing 3D printable terrain, like STL files and stuff like that. I'm hoping at some point they're able to get back into doing mats, because there's a few of them that were absolutely fantastic. I also have the Wastelands one from them, and that was the first mat I ever bought, and I was pleasantly surprised with how it went. I wasn't sure. I'd seen a few mats at one of the local gaming clubs. I'm like, yeah, they're alright. And then I've seen the Sourceman one, Studios one. I'm like, well, I'll get it. You know, seems like a fair price. And the detailing on it was absolutely amazing. Don't know how it'll look once I actually get it on camera properly. I did do a test game of War Machines before I got put into lockdown again with a mate of mine called Shane. We filmed a test game just to check out how because I'd bought a new camera. I'd only just got the microphones that I use now, and we really wanted to just test stuff out. Whoops, sat in there. And there are a few settings that I had to change on the camera after that game. There are a couple of settings I changed during the game. So hopefully, like, all of the settings are still the same now, using them here as the overhead camera. So hopefully we can get some games filmed in the next few weeks, and I can start putting some battle reports out on the channel too. Maybe if I can do that, I might find the motivation to actually edit some of the painting videos that I've got sitting in the backlog. Hopes are not high for that one. As much as I enjoy filming painting videos, I hate editing because I see all of my mistakes on there. Mistakes that most people wouldn't even notice in the painting video. You know, brush stroke out of place here, or you know, I set a colour and it's a slightly different colour that I've actually used on the model, because I normally, as I'm painting for a video, I'll hold up the paint pot, and sometimes I forget to. And that's, I don't hold it up on camera for, well, don't hold it up on the edit, but I'll hold it up so that I know as I'm editing what I've used. And sometimes I just forget to do it. So, there's one painting video that I've got sitting in the backlog at the moment. I painted the model 6 months ago, roughly. I'm hoping that if I edit that one, I haven't messed up any of the colours. I mean, I think most painting videos should be more about technique than colour, but if you give someone the wrong information, even if it's by accident, they end up buying the wrong product sometimes, or it can end up upsetting them. So you have second level done. And that just leaves the roof. Rooftops, we've done a couple of these now. These are the gable style roof instead of the flat roof. So just going to glue them there, and then these go on the front. So, a couple of drops of glue. A little bit there, there, and there. I'm getting a lot quicker with these as well, I'm noticing. And I've just glued it to my hand, so that makes number 4 for the night. Maybe I should find a way to put a counter in the corner. Times I've glued myself together. Six. There we go. No specific front or back for these. A little bit of glue there. A little bit there. These have an etched line on the outside, so just watch out for those. Looking at how they clip in, we're just going to quickly do these sides. Because that helps guide where those front pieces fit. in the hole. There we go. And the detail goes on the outside. And that is going to finish up the quarters just like that. I think that's only been about 20 minutes by the time you include the flying time at the start of the stream. The bell tower is going to be slightly more complicated. I'll just turn around and grab the first level of it. Just because there's so many layers on this one, I think it's going to be a little more complicated. Because we have the bottom floor and then 3 more levels. I think I've mentioned before, technically you can leave the roof unglued. I don't think I will. I think I'll just glue it there. It's one less piece that I can lose. This one here, on the bottom level, there are 3 doors in. One doesn't have a door, I should say. So, just make sure. So that one goes there, that one goes there. And these ones have tabs as well. So what might be easier, and I've had to do this before as well, what might be easier is to try and glue these like this, and then slot them into the base, because otherwise you get a lot of interference trying to get these to join while getting the tabs in the bottom. I think this glue is starting to run dry. There. Just gonna give a bit how you doing? But since I've only got 2 hands, it's just gonna have to work. That slides in place. Get that one back in. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, we're out. Go. Go tube. Make sure cameras aren't messing up. Audio level's still good. Make sure my stream's not breaking on me while I'm not paying attention. Should all slide in nice and snug. These here, we've got 2 two that are wider than the others. They have to go in first. One of those is the no door, one of those has a door. So, nice bead. I'm probably using a bit too much super glue. It is really, like, CA glue is really strong stuff. Make sure it's right. I think Mythbusters proved you could pick up a car with only a few drops of crap. But it's cheap, so it doesn't matter if I use a bit too much as long as it doesn't make a mess. Double check the instructions. Finish the quarters so I don't need that anymore. Helps if I'm on the right page. Now, there's a ladder that's supposed to go in here. Ladders I'm going to paint separately and then glue them in after the fact. Because then I can't screw them up. Or at least I can't screw them up on stream. If I don't screw it up on stream, it doesn't count. Couple drops on these. Line them up as we go. Okay, because I'm doing most of these with a spray can, I don't want to have to reach in and paint the ladder. I think it'll just look better if I paint the ladder separate and then glue it in after it's done. And that's the first level already done. Smashing it out. Oops, just dropped a piece. So here are the parts for the next level, I believe. Unless I've picked up the wrong pile. And these have a similar thing to the ground level, where we're going to have to slot these together and then put them into the base for the level. This one should be a little easier though because they all sit flat. Get in there. And up. Bam. These ones here as well. These are getting covered so I can glue on the outside of these. It won't matter. Actually, does that matter? Because there is actually a slight difference in the base, so I'll quickly fix that before I make a permanent screw up out of that decision. Because the top tabs are supposed to go that side and that side. Just to make sure we don't make permanent mistakes, permanent bad mistakes, because, yeah, I make enough mistakes as it is already. Right. These two go on the sides. The sides that don't have the tabs at the top. This one goes at the side that doesn't have the hole, according to the instructions. And this one goes at the side that does have the hole. And these are going to glue into, well, 8 of them, each one of them is going to glue into a spot here. Please give that a file, because that felt just a little bit too tight. Make sure the edges are clean. Bit of glue. A bit of force. Dry fit the next one. So these are all going to be just a little tight, I think. Glue is kind of optional if they're going to be this tight, but I would rather glue and not need it than need it and not glue. And then it's just a little bit tight as well. File in the gaps. It doesn't take much normally to loosen them up enough. But these should slide into place there. So we'll continue around, pop all of these in. We can test the tiles as we go, and file down what we need to file. I do normally try and get all of the file work done beforehand because filing MDF is not great for your lungs, so I wear a mask when I do it. That kind of doesn't work with a microphone. And filing can be just a little noisy sometimes, and the microphone doesn't like that either. And yes, that is more stuff glued to my hands. I think that is 7 for the night. I think it's getting time to buy another sheet of black card to put on, on this desk. This one is looking a little bit worse for wear. This is going to be a nice looking building though, I gotta say. I mean, they're all nice looking buildings. I still think the storehouse has been my favourite one. Test that. That will fit, so we can glue that one on. Test this one. And there's a little, see that started to fray a little. That happens sometimes, especially if you're like me and a little heavy-handed with the kits. Yep, that one going well. Little drop of glue. And last side. Yep, that'll go on. These come in two different sizes, so I'm going to have to make sure I get the right size for the right one. Those are the two short ones, that's the long one, so the long one goes on the other side. I'm going to have to check the which set of arches go underneath this one. I've got a couple of different sets over there. At least this one should be a pretty easy set to mask up. At this level, sorry. Some of the other sets are going to be a little annoying to mask up for the blue roof. Here. Okay, that's the right size. Whoops. Do not break the expensive camera. That would be bad. Also, if anyone's got any good tips for getting super glue off your hands at the end of the day, let me know. Normally I just sit there and pick at it until it all goes away. Or at least until I can't feel it anymore. But whether that's I can't feel the glue or I can't feel my hands, I'm not entirely sure. Another level done. So let's have a look at this. It goes that way. So just come up the ladder. Nice. It's going to be a rather large building, which is what I was hoping for. Just double check the next level. Next level has the windows. And archers. Alright. This is another level that's got the tabs on the side and the bottom. So we're going to do it the same way we done the last level. So we do that. And because we already put glue on that side, we can go there. Drop some glue on the corners here. Slot that in there. Glue around the bottom. Double check which side goes to which. That one goes at the back. That one's going to slot in first. This one's going to go above the ladder because all of the others have windows on them. Front one has a big archway. It's a triple window instead of a double. Or two singles, sorry. The only disadvantage to this set for some games, especially War Machine, like a bell tower is a great spot for a sniper to be in. War Machine, the ranges aren't typically long enough that you could put a sniper in this bell tower and have it do anything for the entire game. I think it'd mostly be out of range for the entire game instead. Unless someone stood right at the bottom level. Right, the majority of the detailing on this floor is the windows. These ones don't have any decal rings on the outside. There's no etchings, so it won't matter which side we put them in as long as we put them in the right spot. Get in there. Get in there. Why are you playing rough? There we go. That's better. A little bit there, and there. Just a tiny bit around that outside. That goes on what I'm going to call the front. A little bit, like this kit again is just a little bit tight, but that's going to happen sometimes. As far as I'm aware, that's unavoidable because there is some fluctuation in widths in the MDF. They're a pretty tight tolerance, but things like moisture can screw around with it. these are the interior window sills. I'm just going to slap some glue on each of these now, and then put them in. My hands are nearly too fat to fit. Slide it in, just poke it in with one finger. Alright. Now, are these all the same size? Yes, they are. Okay. So that means these are going to fit there. Same as the last side. And that'll finish off this floor. Oh, a total of an hour of stream. That's including the time at the start while I was getting ready on the splash screen, and we're nearly done with both sets of buildings. Glue myself together again. That's that level done. It's getting too big to keep in frame. How high are we at? Just shy of a foot. Yeah, about 11 inches or 28 centimeters. Somewhere in that vicinity. Alright. This is going to be the part that takes forever. Pillars. I love the look of them. I'm actually starting to hate putting them together. But it's okay. I think these are... I've got a couple more pillars put together on one of the other buildings. That's okay. Sort them out into the groups. That's not a pillar. That's a part that I missed on this level. That's the windowsill for there. Get in there. Yeah. Push it in gently. Let the glue hold it. Right. That's one, that's the long one. Get the short ones. Sort these out into the two groups. Bottoms and tops. Start stacking them up. Glued that one. I should be able to gently push in one from the top. Haha! I have to be more thoughtful with where I glue this. Can't just put a double glue in the center on that one because the center is a hole. Getting hard to feel what's going on because my fingers are so caked with glue. So it's convenient to use super glue for this because I'm streaming. I would kind of much prefer to use PVA because I stick myself less often with PVA. But if I had to wait for PVA to dry on stream, it would be an even more boring stream. And as it is watching me make weird faces, I'll try and squeeze this stuff on. Probably only gets you so far. Right. Two more pillars to go. Which I think means 10 pillars left before I finish the entire collection I have of these buildings. I will probably do a score review video of the set when I finish it and have it all painted and looking nice. We are so close to finish now. I can taste it. I mean, mostly tastes like super glue, but still, I can taste it. Starting to forget what I've been talking about. The fumes might be getting to me. Ah well. That could also be the beer. Should have finished that. Alright, the pillars are finished. That is the most annoying part of that build. Done. It's all the easy work from here. Right. So we need to find these. These two bits are first. These are the ones that tab into the pillar. Yep. In. Then these ones go on the side. Brick texture out. And they can just slot straight in. That all joins together. There's 4 parts here, 2 of them are wider than the others. Wider ones go first and have to go directly opposite each other. So I'm going to go there and there. That's the home stretch. Good. There. You're not supposed to fall down, you're supposed to glue onto there. Right. The arches. So close to finished. My camera occasionally stirring up still. The ghost in the machine. Let's see how this one fits on. Just like that. And it just leaves the roof. And the roof, I'm sure if you've seen the bell tower, you know how easy this roof is. We're going to have 4 lengths that are exactly the same. Then we have 2 other sets for the interior. One set is longer than the other. So glue the inside of the tab. Slot them in. Remember at the start when I said I'm going to glue myself together 10 times? I'm sitting on 9 and this is the last piece I have to glue together. I think that was a pretty good guess. And even better, I didn't make any major screw-ups today. I mean, my brain's a little screwed up, but that's normal for me, so I don't think we can really count that one. Boom, 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 boom. Except for the letters that I'm not gluing in, we're done. So I'm going to get a final look at this bell tower. It's so big it's nearly hitting my camera as far as height. I'm sure I have a measuring tape around here somewhere. So what? 15 inches? Just see each part of it there. So that's really cool. That is going to make a nice centerpiece on a table. I have a couple of ideas for making special tables for this set. I don't know if I'll do it. I'd like to do it. I'm going to be building a workshop in the garage soon, so maybe I'll actually have the space to do it. And we'll go from there. In the meantime, thank you for popping on and saying hi, and have a good one.